Testing 1, 2, 3. Welcome to stockmarketfunding.com. We have a very major problem that could be happening, and that's China targeted in bill on currency manipulation. The House passed a bill targeting China for currency manipulation. Wow, think of that. Not good old China. So they're eating the USA for lunch. The House has approved legislation that would allow the U.S. to seek trade sanctions against China and other nations for manipulating their currency to gain trade advantages. The vote was 348 to 79. The vote Wednesday sends the measure to the Senate. Another thing about it is supporters said the bill would allow the Obama administration to pressure China on issues that they have said basically led to the loss of more than 2 million manufacturing jobs in the U.S. over the past decade, and I believe that too. We were covering that way back in the later part of the 90s. We were telling people then that this crap was going to happen. Excuse my language, folks. MMTs, the vote came, lawmakers scrambled to wrap up the unfinished business that they can hit the campaign trail with. That's another thing. The measure was passed by a wide margin with 99 Republicans joining Democrats to vote yes. Well, wow. About time we got something where they would work together. American manufacturers contend that China's currency is undervalued by as much as 40% against the dollar. That makes Chinese products cheaper and more competitive in the United States, and American products much more expensive in China. And that's how they rigged it. Chinese imports. Let's talk about that. It would expand the definition of improper government subsidies to include the government's manipulation of its currency to take trade advantages. All right. We have some more news here. The available evidence is the price of many Chinese goods will go up to 10%. Wow. Imagine that. And basically, what I'm going to be looking at in here is I'm doing it slowly so the SMF MMTs can actually read this. Beijing promised more flexible exchange rate, but since that time, the yuan has risen by only about 2% in value against the dollar. Some of the other key aspects, MMTs, is I'm going to bring this up so that this is all very visible. President Barack Obama raised the currency issue in a meeting with Chinese officials last week, which they did. The group of 20 major economists in South Korea, which he did. And basically, the Chinese currency bill in the Senate said after the House vote that we will work to get a Senate vote on his bill during the lame duck session, or Congress. Excuse me on the video there. Hold on one moment. SMF MMTs, I'm going to highlight this right here. Before the House vote, these Chinese officials have said a lot of stuff. They just haven't done anything. And Timothy Geithner told Congress earlier this month that the administration stands ready to find a more effective strategy for pressuring China. Well, you know, one of the things is that we get into a trade war, I guarantee you that China wins and the U.S. loses. Because they've got the edge. They own over $1 trillion of our debt. Anytime that they want to pull in their card on their investment in the treasuries, they can do so. It just depends, are they going to be effective or not? You hear me? So basically, we will see what happens, and I'd love to get jobs back here on our soil. So basically, this is the latest news. We'll be having a private training session around all of it.